So session 10 brings up a lot for me. Those of you who know me well know I'm a big Star Trek nerd, and Captain Picard is like one of my favorite people of all time. He was talking with his first commander, William Riker, as you guys all know. And Riker just screwed something up, and Picard had to set him aside, and he had to say, it is possible to do everything right and still lose. That is not failure. That is life. So if Picard said it, obviously it's true. We can just end it at that. But Holiday would agree, right? We have to understand when we set out for something that we may do our best and we may bust our ass day in and day out. And our goal may not come to fruition like we thought it would. And that's okay. We can't only try things when the correct outcome is assured. We have to be okay with the fact that it might not end up how we wanted it, but it was still worth the effort. I saw something, it was cool. It said, self-esteem is the reputation you have with yourself. And I love that, dude, because you now get to know that you're the type of person that puts in that work. If we only tried for things that we knew would happen for sure, we wouldn't be pushing ourselves. We wouldn't accomplish great enough things. So I want you guys to understand that in a lot of ways, effort is enough. Now, we either win or we lose as a company. Now, I'm not saying like we should all hold hands and sing Kumbaya like, oh, we didn't hit goal, but we tried really hard. No, we have to inform ourselves from that failure, and we have to get better and try harder, right? And try in a better way. But I don't want you to only try for things that you know you're going to get. Effort in itself will lead to good outcomes, but sometimes they won't be enough. But that doesn't mean that it wasn't worth your while. That's all. That's all I got to say. Second part of this, they talk about the Fight Club moment. And it's been a while since I've seen Fight Club. Spoiler alert, right? Brad Pitt and Edward Norton are the same person. Sorry if I blew that for you. But they call it having a Tyler Durden moment, I believe, where like his apartment blows up and all of a sudden he has to realize he's the same person. A lot of us have this moment in our life. They call it a watershed moment. Watershed is, it comes from when Muhammad and his followers left Mecca and went to Medina in the Muslim religion. And that basically means like there's no going back. A watershed moment is when there's no going back. And for a lot of us, and I want to quote the book on this. Let me find it. For a lot of us, it has three things. So these moments that we experience in our lives are three things. They almost always came at the hands of some outside force or person. They often involved things we already knew about ourselves, but were too scared to admit. And from the ruin came the opportunity for great progress and improvement. I love that. Our ego wants to keep us from seeing these shortcomings that we have. No, you're great. You don't got to work on that. You're good, man. Don't trip. Your ego lies to you. But deep down, we know something's going on. We're not doing something right. And eventually we keep screwing up until some outside agency, right? For me, it was the cops, dude. Causes our whole life to break down. Well, we cause our life, but they're the agent of it. And that cataclysmic moment allows us post-traumatic growth. We get to grow after that moment. But the harder entrenched you are in your ego, the more decimated you are by that happening. Your ego wants to keep you from seeing the truth, and when the truth smacks you in the face, the more ego you have, the more devastating it is. Something to think about.